Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Here in the room, joining us from home. We feel your presence here with us on this last Shabbat of the year 2021. And Donna just pointed out to me before services how special it is that we get to have 2 New Years, the beginning of our Jewish calendar and the beginning of the Gregorian calendar. Because what it is an extra opportunity for us to reflect on the year that's been, and to imagine our hopes for the year to come. We'll start tonight with a nigun, a song without words. Join me when you're ready. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai. Here's the next part. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai. So for everyone in here and everyone joining us from home, I hope that you'll take whatever attention you have at the end of this very chaotic and confusing year, full of ups and downs, and turn it towards the act of prayer on this Shabbat. Put away some of our devices, not the ones that we're watching services on, though, because otherwise you won't see or hear us. Think about what it really means to pray, to sing, to celebrate Shabbat. During the service, you'll be asked at certain times to rise or be seated. We know that God isn't so concerned with what positions our body is in as with what is in our heart at the time. You can feel free to stand or sit as you feel comfortable, for you know that you'll be standing in your heart. Take a deep breath. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai. Now is a good time to get your Shabbat candles ready, if you have them, to get your Kiddush cup ready, whatever's in it, as we are going to bring in Shabbat with light and sweetness. As we say our blessing for our Shabbat candles. Please join me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner להדליק נר של שבת. Amen. We'll raise up our Kiddush cups, bringing the sweetness of Shabbat into our lives. Please join me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam. Here we are. Asher kidishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon Inchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. L'chaim. Oh, that's Manischewitz. Let's read together. God, help us now to make this a new Shabbat. After noise, we seek quiet. After crowds of indifferent strangers, we seek to touch those we love. After concentration on work and responsibility, we seek freedom to meditate, to listen to our inward selves. We open our eyes to the hidden beauties and the infinite possibilities in the world you are creating. We break open the gates of the reservoirs of goodness and kindness in ourselves and in others. We reach toward one holy, perfect moment of Shabbat. And now we will rise together for the Baruch Hu, our call to worship, either in our places or in our hearts. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, 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 yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai yai lai lai lai. Lai 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 yai lai 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 yai yai lai 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 lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai. And in just a moment, I will make sure that everyone at home can see the Siddur on the screen. Prayer is so often something that comes from the heart, but it's very helpful for us to have a framework, a foundation on which to build the prayer within our own hearts. And there we are. Even when the technology doesn't connect, we still can. Let's read together. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Decided to include everything. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. And we are seated. We'll continue together in an English interpretation of the second paragraph of the Shema, which is one that we almost never read. If we can hear the words from Sinai, then love will flow from us, and we shall serve all that is holy with all our intellect and all our passion and all our life. If we can serve all that is holy, we shall be doing all that humans can to help the rains to flow, the grasses to be green, the grains to be golden like the sun, and the rivers to be filled with life once more. All the children of God shall eat, and there will be enough. But if we turn from Sinai's words and serve only what is common and profane, making gods of our own comfort or power, then the holiness of life will contract for us. Our world will grow inhospitable. Let us therefore lace these words into our passion and our intellect, and bind them as a sign upon our hands and eyes. Let us write them in mezuzot upon our doors, and teach them to our children. Let us honor the generations that came before us, keeping the promise for those yet to be. At this moment, a time of quiet and reflection and a storm of all kinds of busyness in our lives and in the last year, I wanted to offer us a few moments to meditate on what we hope for the year to come. So at a few moments in the service, I'll offer a question, one for each of us personally, and then one for all of us as a community. So at this moment, I invite you now to turn to someone near you or to think in your own heart, what do you want to free yourself from this year? And how can we as a community help others escape their bondage? Take just a minute. And with those thoughts in our hearts, we will sing together our song of freedom, Mi Chamocha. Mi Chamocha, Va'elim Adonai, Mi Chamocha, Arba Kodesh, Nora Tehilot, Oseh Feleh, Nora Tehilot, Oseh Feleh, Malchutecha Ra'uvanecha, Bokei Ayam Bnei Moshe u'Miriam, Zeli, Zeli, Anu ve'amru, Adonai Yimloch Leolam Va'ed, Adonai Yimloch Leolam Va'ed. Yai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai. V'ne'emar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov, ugialo mi'ad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Bless our sleep with peace, Adonai, and awaken us to life when we rise. With power sublime, spread over us your shelter of shalom, and through your wisdom restore us, make us whole. Let your name proclaim your presence in our lives. Be our shield. Make us stronger than the enemies we face. Carry us to safety as on wings, for you are the one who cares for us and sets us free. Watch over us, we who go forth to life. Watch over us that we may come home in peace, now until the end of time. Baruch atah Adonai, shomer amo Yisrael la'ad. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel. I'll ask us to reflect. As the moment we would normally come to Vishamru, I want us to think, what can Shabbat mean for us this year? Ask yourself, how can I experience Shabbat differently or more deeply in this year to come? And how can we support each other in making more meaningful time to reflect? If you think of something really good, right after services, grab a piece of paper and write it down. You might want it for later. So now we come to the Amidah, and we rise together in our places or in our hearts. Adonai sifatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava. Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah Rav lehoshia. Morid hatal, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim. Zomech noflim verofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar. Micha mocha ba'al geburot, umidom elach. Melech meimid umechayeh, umatmiach Yeshua. V'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalalu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. And we are seated. And for those eagle-eared among you, we should have said Mashiv Haruach Morid Hagashem, because this is the time of year when we need the rain to take care of the plants, to nourish the earth. So, at this moment in our service, when on weekdays we would ask God for things that we want in the world, for wisdom, for health, for future redemption, I want us to think about the blessings that we can be and bring to the world. Ask yourself, what blessings can I bring to the world this year? And what blessings can we all bring to the world through our collective action? One of the greatest blessings that we all work every day to bring to this world is the great gift of peace, something we hope and strive for and pray for in every Jewish prayer service. We'll sing together our song of peace, Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha, Tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha, Tasim leolam. Ki atahu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael. Bechol het uvechol shah, bishlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. It's also at this time and moments of celebration and joy, like on this Shabbat, we think of those in our lives who can't be here with us, those who lie on beds of pain, ailing in body, mind, and spirit. We wish for them health and strength in the new year, for courage for their family, and wisdom for everyone taking care of them. If there's someone you're thinking of now in need of healing, I invite you to hold them tightly in your heart for this moment as we sing together our communal prayer for healing. Misha Berach. Misha Berach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. And in what might be one of the last quiet moments of our year, we take an opportunity to listen to the prayer within our own hearts. Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom. Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom. Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom. We'll take a moment now for a few very brief announcements. You may notice that the very beginning of the new year is a little bit quiet, but then we are taking things into high gear with all kinds of events. Maybe the first thing you'll want to do at 12:01 January 1st, 2022 is head to zedek.org to see all of our events, everything coming up. I will mention two things specifically. One, we have Torah study tomorrow at 9 o'clock. It will only be on Zoom. So if you come to the building, we'll have taken what I hope will be a short drive just to come see the gate and then go back home and join us for Torah study on Zoom. And next Saturday morning, we have our bagel minyan. We're going to be having services here at the temple. I believe outside in the tent, there will be bagels, and you will be able to eat them during services if you want. It's a really lovely time for us to be together as a community and celebrate Shabbat in a little bit of a different way than we often do. And so we'll begin to bring our service to a close as we rise in our places or in our hearts for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'tet gedula le'otzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chalkenu kahem, v'goralenu kechol hamonam. Ba'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, v'nemar v'haya Adonai, lemelech al kol haaretz, Bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, ushemo echad. And we are seated. At this time in our service that we think of those who are no longer with us, those who have died in recent days or in years past, whose lives continue to be meaningful to us through the wisdom that they gave and the love that they shared. At this time, our community is remembering those who are observing Shiva, the 7 days of mourning, or Shloshim, the first month of mourning. We remember Reed Friedman, Sam Diamond, Dove Sussman, Florence Katz, Charles Osavsky, Jose Mijares, Jose Almorza, Robert Priest, and John McInerney. We also think of those whose yahrzeits we commemorate on this Shabbat, the memorials of whose deaths we remember. Catherine Edelman, Marilyn Alden, Celia Altschuler, Lillian Altschuler, Rabbi Philip Aronson, Louis Augustine, Joseph Barber, Marcia Bender, Lilia Bensonoff, Michael Bensonoff, Louis Buckman, Claudia Kalman, Jonas Karen, Boris Chazar, Dean Clausen, Helen Cohen, Alan Korn, Robert Cotton, Annie Curson, Rosamund Price, Irving Deitch, Gary Edenson, Sidney Epstein, Betty Epstein, Samuel Falk, Mary Friedman, Myrna Friedman, Nikolaus Jarapatridis, Leonard Goldman, Isidore Goldstein, Molly Green, Robert Greenfield, Rose Gross, Marcia Hammeroff, Marvin Hirshorn, Irving Hoffman, Theodore Jacobs, Rena Jacobson, Alan Kaner, Sarah Katz, Diana Leibowitz, David Levine, Charles Lewin, Ava Lewis, Myron Lieberman, Isaac Massa, Martin Meltzer, George Michel, Lucille Minetti, Ann Minko, Ellis Morton, Francis Nair, Herman Pasternak, Helene Present, Ray Price, Freeda Puterman, Daryl Reiss, Ida Rhodes, Maurice Rind, Jan Robertson, Harry Rome, Maxine Rose, Ruth Rose, Morris Rosenberg, Mary Safer, Robert Salama, Bessie Samuels, Jacob Samuels, Lillian Schonbrunn, Frances Schulman, Sarah Seinfeld, Irva Senfeld, Pearl Shapiro, Maxwell Shaw, Morris Shepsman, Amy Schimberg, Jack Schulman, Hyman Simon, Dorothy Sontag, Estelle Stern, Miriam Tarnowski, Sarah Unadin, Celia Wax, Isidore Werbner, Gertrude Weiner, Harry Weiner, and Rebecca Wolf. And to those names we add the names of all of our loved ones, who, though they are no longer with us, they are always with us through the lives that we lead in their honor. If you have someone you're thinking of at this time, I invite you to remember them as you want to remember them, in their kindest and strongest moments. And with those names and memories in our hearts, we come together as a community, rising for the mourner's Kaddish, giving thanks to God for these special lives that were shared with us. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divarach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehi shemei Rabbah mivorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha brichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran ve'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort to all who are bereaved. And we say together, Amen. And our final few questions, ones I hope of many that we'll ask ourselves in this year. Ask yourself, how can I repair my soul this year? And how can all of us help to repair the world? And we know that there is so much fixing to be done. But when we do it together, we'll be able to make some progress. We'll close tonight singing, Ma Yafeh Hayom, how beautiful is this Shabbat. And I just realized that it is a really wonderful thing that we get to end this year and begin the next year on Shabbat, bringing the spirit and joy of Shabbat with us, hopefully into the entire year. Let's sing together. This one only has 4 chords. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai avarech et amo v'shalom. May God give strength to our people and bless our entire world this year to come and every year with the greatest gift of all, the gift of peace. We say together, Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for joining us. I hope that you get to spend the last night of this year doing things that you love with people that you love. Maybe have a nice dinner. Shabbat Shalom.